Hello and welcome to Top Sim. My name is William Lebowski, and today we were behind the virtual wheel of the brand new Radical SR3, which is an actual treat to have in sim racing, both because it is a fantastic race car, and secondly, because it is a brand new race car, and thirdly, because it was made in partnership by one of the best modding groups around, with even more importantly, potentially, the actual Radical company in mind, with the real data and everything, that is useful. There's where my depth runs out about modding. That's how I'm like, yeah, data. They use real world data, and so that's where my modding knowledge runs out. But it is not where my driving experience knowledge runs out, because this is one of the more fantastic racing experiences, or just driving experiences, that sim racing can offer you right now. And I'm late to the party, late to making a video on this, so there's a very good chance that everybody has already tried this out. And of course, I know that going into it, but if there's one person out here who has not given this car the free download and given it a try, you're missing out on a lot, and this is your sign. So if that could be my service to the one of you that needs to hear that, that is what you needed to hear. We're also here at the downtown Chicago race circuit, and I'm not exactly sure. I've tried to find out a lot about this circuit in general. And the first thing I can tell you about this track, at least this mod in this track, is that this is based on real roads in Chicago. Being from Chicago, born there, not necessarily from there now, I can even tell you that this all is familiar. It flows together. The landmarks are more than 90% accurate. The storefronts, that is, in the buildings, the filler buildings between the big buildings in the background and the ones that are close up on the side of the street, I don't know if those are totally accurate, but the important thing is that everything is in the right place, so that even when you're driving, you have the things that totally look accurate and are 100% real. And I don't know if all of these buildings in the background are 1000% the right ones, but they look great. Like, you can even see Navy Pier in the distance, over the, coming up next to the Chicago River. So it's just nice to have everything correct like that. So this is one of those things where it's somewhat of a potentially fictionalized track, because there have been variations of this track in real life, but then it's hard to tell what exactly it exists. But anyway, you'll be able to find this track on Race Department as well. I'll put links in the description below for those who are slow to have gotten these already. But anyway, check them out. Let's go to the race. Enjoy the show.
Hell of a track, isn't it? The craziest thing about this track is that it might seem crazy. It might seem like a complete farce, a complete fantasy. But if you are from Chicago, or if you're familiar with Chicago at all, you'll know how accurate that this... Ooh, big lockup. You'll know how accurate these roads are, and how accurate these buildings are, and how accurate this place as a whole is, and how much sense that these streets, because these are popular streets, and the landmarks, and how they all come together. And you can literally use your sense of direction to navigate this track if you have that local expertise while sight reading it brand new. Ooh. This is going to be an interesting pass. Oh, he's still on the outside, isn't he? No, I'm clear. Okay. Anyway, sometimes the AI struggle in that corner. And I have struggled in that corner as well, so it's interesting to see that ebb and flow. But yeah, this track is such amazing attention to detail to it. It makes it a lot of fun to race. The lighting I have not figured out. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing in these Soul settings, or in any of the content manager settings, really, to be honest. So I do a lot of downloading presets from Race Room, and it seems like I'll have to go get another one soon, because as you can see, like right now on the track, everything looks great. And I don't know what setting I would need to adjust so that when that light that reflects, it's a little bit too bright, because you can see their headlights really were lighting up the interior of my car and all the sort. And it would be nice to have that reduced. However, the glare on the bouncing back from the cars is a little much. But this profile that I've got pretty much all the way there, maybe I should just learn how to tweak that light setting, because quite frankly, I feel like I really am digging the look of it. And not only that, I feel like Soul really does excel with its potential for light at night, which is, I think, why I always gravitate to doing night races in Assetto Corsa, just because its night feels a little bit more colorful and a little bit more alive than the nights in other sims, especially ones that have it built in. So I feel like it's nice to see a different life when it comes to light and reflections, especially as they happen at night. But anyway, see, the feel of this race car is amazing. Ooh. And the first night that I had it after its release and I was driving it around, it was one of those cars where it kept me up late that night. And I had, to wake up. I had things that I wanted to wake up to do. And had to go to bed late just because of how much it sucked me into the racing and the feel of it. So I know at this point everybody has talked your ear off about this car, and if you're magically somehow found this video but are still on the fence, there's just no reason that you shouldn't have this car, because it's amazing. Designed by URD, of course, excellent creators, but then of course made in partnership with Radical. This is the official brand new official mod, I guess you could say, of the brand new 2023 SR3. And so if that just doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. But the racing and the feel of this car and how it punishes and rewards different aspects of your driving is just match made in heaven for Assetto Corsa. And if you find the right circuit for it, oh, even better. Shorter ones, ones that don't require a ton of top speed are perfect. So I found, of course, city circuits, hill climbs, things that especially that excel with its power to weight ratio. Road Atlanta, everybody loves doing in this Radical. I was tempted, of course, to do it, but how many videos have you seen now of this car at Road Atlanta? Ooh, chunk of curve there sent me a little bit loose. We have yet to manage to get ourselves around this car. Let's see, the next few cars are pretty far away. Eventually we're going to get ourselves around this car, one way or another. Trying to get on power as early as I can. Like, this car is such a treat to drive, and the experience of driving it is so fun that it's almost not even a pain to have to be stuck behind this guy, because I still get to drive this awesome car. And not only that, I get to battle this car in front of me, so it's almost like twice the amount of fun. Speaking of twice the amount of fun, looks like a third challenger has appeared, or a second challenger, rather. As we lock up on the brakes, going a little wide, that challenger is now entered the battle. Whoa! As we slide off the curb, and now they slide off the curb. Let's see if that exit is going to help us up the hill with our throttle. Trying not to do anything. Whoa! I was going to just literally saying, trying not to do anything sketchy right as we make some contact with them. It should not be a fatal error, though. But now the work that we have to do has now doubled. I'm not even sure exactly where that finish line actually is, because where I think it's supposed to be and where it looks like it is not actually where it is. So I'm curious where the race will actually end now. All right, these are our next couple of tricky chicanes, so maybe we'll see the AI slide off of them. Not so much. Oh, and we ruined our run there. Huge slide out of that corner. Let's try to catch up to this group as fast as we can, but not letting it get to our head, because that's when you start to make mistakes as we go over the curb here in Chicago. All right. I feel like we got a lot of ground to make up in a short amount of time. All right, and I was really enjoying that racing we were having together as that little trio. So let's hurry up and get back to them before this race ends. Trying to get off the brake just smoothly there because it's you got a hard braking zone there as you're headed downhill. A hill, a rare thing to see in Chicago. Uh-oh. A little bit of contact. It's no big deal. Keep the power. Don't slide. Keep the momentum going. All right, we're starting to go wide on corners, starting to get a little bit silly, a little sloppy. As we're about to head down to 2 laps to go. Probably could have dropped down even a third there. All right, this next corner is an opportunity to make up some time on the leader if you get it right, although it can really cost you yourself if you get it wrong. It looks like we went there just standard way. See, this looks like the finish line, but if you look at the lap counter, we have already checked off that lap. So it is not there. We are getting closer and closer. Let's just remember to go as fast as we can here now to keep them in check. Because I still want to battle with them. That's still my focus. I still want to get in front of them for the finish of this race. And I think that is pretty doable. We just got to get to them. And we have enough time in the race so far still to do that. We both got a little sloppy through there, but that just only made the gaps a little bit wider between the 3 of us. Still the same amount of time to the leading car. As we slide through the corner. It's the punishing thing about this radical is you will slide if you push that car too far. Very fast corner there. It's very, very crucial that you do not let off as you head into this big braking zone. Yeah, realized too late there I should have been down in 3rd. Man, I want to catch up to these cars, but I don't want to do anything stupid. Oh, little slide by me. Had to let off the gas there, let go of some momentum. All right, come on. We got to move up to the front. This is just too far back. All right, there it is. Take the run. Maybe we can get a little bit of a tow here. All right, leader is on the final lap at this point. All right, we're at the bumper of this car in front of us. I want to make it to the yellow one, but we are right here in front of the red one, or right behind the red one, rather. This is our move. No, it's not. Yeah, that would have been a terrible place to make the move, and quite frankly, the little bit that I did stick my head in right there did cost us in terms of chasing that guy in front of this car. It was good to be on the inside there. A little bit of contact, that's just fine. A little bit more contact. There it is, the switchback. All right. I think it's pretty much impossible to get up to that yellow car, but if there is a will, there is a way. And my name is William Lebowski, and it's nice to meet you, so let's try to make our way up to the front. Oh, a little bit of curb there. Run as wide as we possibly can. Looks like we got our distance sold on that guy behind us. went pretty wide through there to just try to hang on as much momentum as we possibly could. Man, don't you just love how that curb sticks out a little further than the barrier, making it look like you could go up to the barrier, but really that curb is sticking there, and it's not like a racing curb. It's like a street city curb. Oh, man. We're flying. I can't believe that we're about to end this race. If we had just another lap or two, or we had just made a mistake or two less, we'd probably be looking at that position. But that's the great thing about these radicals, is that they're punishing and rewarding. So you don't just get to fling it or do whatever you want without consequence. There is both consequence and reward in these radicals as we mount the curb. There goes our final lap, actually going to finish underneath his banner. It did. 5th place. You know, overall, that's not so bad. Shouldn't be so hard on myself and the fictional AI, but that is a race. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. We will see you in the next one, and it's a chilly night here in Chicago.